Hey gamers!
Hello and welcome
Rolling in.
on yet another tournament day on a Tuesday.
Tournament Tuesday
Got
for Hype Round 2 Gaming.
first round 2 match I've been here for. We got Crosby over on the right and we got Void on the left, top seed of the tournament. So it's kind of a rough draw, but let's see what Crosby can do about it.
For Hype Round 2 Gaming. Yo, I expect Crosby to step up to the challenge.
Come on, Crosby, give us a good show.
He put up a pretty convincing performance in his round 1 race.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's definitely not a sleeper, but Void is pretty good. Pretty good at the video game.
Pretty much
good.
undisputedly the GOAT of DKC2. Like, let's be straight up honest.
He's definitely a formidable opponent. Let the games begin.
Woohoo!
Rolling deep.
Unfathomably.
Let's go.
Big shout outs to Bean for giving us the timers at the bottom here so you can see how desynced they are. It's pretty based actually.
True.
Anyway, rolling through World 1 once again. Void did not hit the goal there. That's kind of awkward. You have to take like a step before you roll off the platform there. That's just not a mistake I've seen him make in a long time, actually.
Maybe he's just working out some nerves.
Already, the 206 is already dead. Rest in peace.
No, not the 206.
Not the 206.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so World 1 and 2 are sort of interesting, but not the most exciting parts of the race. We'll get that to World 3 and after. So the developers, I don't know, maybe they were sick of playing through Worlds 1 and 2, but they put intended warp barrels in there, and then these gamers, not thinking those warp barrels are cool enough, will also take some wrong warps with some pretty cool setups.
Very nice to see that old racers went for the wrong warp setups in this race. A lot of the round 1s, there were people who were going for it and people who were not, which is kind of nice because it lets you like see the time difference.
Yes.
Side by side, but getting up there, winners round 2. We got gamers who are saving the frames.
That's right.
Speaking of saving frames, bro. Cool boss, completely random. So,
Yeah.
We're having some bitrate issues on the
bitrate.
Are they free for everyone? Well, we'll finesse.
Void got like one fake, and Crosby keeps getting a billion fakes. That's unfortunate.
Not what you need to be saying.
Crosby's not 3 or 4 fakes. Yeah, if Crosby got around 5 fakes, oof, that's rough.
That's
because this boss can, as well, yeah, Crow can decide to give you as many fakes as he wants. World record for fake eggs is 19, by the way.
Dang.
It's pretty impressive.
Big boy, let's go.
Nice. The dumpster out of World 1.
So true.
Void,
I really think. Oh, go ahead, babe.
Oh yeah, okay. Void hitting the 2-1 jump, and also the big boy in 2-2. At least I thought he hit the 2-1 jump. I might be mistaken.
I think big boys are like super cool looking tech. I love that you can throw your monkey friend and then you get this super jump out of it.
Yeah, it delays the bounce from like killing an enemy. You get the higher jump. It like transfers the state to your teamed up guy, so you go real high.
It's
That's
not
cool.
That has to be.
Big shout outs to Dean.
Just a small thing about big boys. It's a double jump. A super jump is another trick you do. Just
Ah.
Trust to the super big boy, exclusively 102 tech.
bruh, the super big boy owns. There's also a super big boy you do later on in the slime climb warpless, but this is any percent, so we're not gonna see it.
Yeah.
But that's such a sick
Yeah.
strat. I'm a big fan of it. The super big boy in the slime climb warpless.
It is a really cool strat.
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
Crosby airballing the bonus barrel or the warp barrel in a.
Oh.
That's a real shame because when you go for it, you have to jump off the moon. There's no way back. If you go for like even a remotely fast strat. So that is pretty much instant death if you miss the barrel. It's pretty unfortunate.
But now we're on Cleaver, so avoid going for lava fly. There shouldn't be any issues. Very nice.
Just remember to always bait your sword or you will soft lock.
True. Unfortunately, this happened a few times during the race. People hit Cleaver too early after either lava fly or after the third hit, and they actually
And we
soft
got
lock the
Flying
boss
Goody
fight.
for the fans. Let's go.
Hey,
For the fans. Woohoo!
our man. $512 exit out of the world too. That's extremely good.
That's very on pace.
Ooh, we're in World 3. This is where things really get interesting.
Yeah, the game
At least I think. It's true. You get all this like cool platforming, and when you're in the bayou, it's especially scary because any misstep is basically death.
Yeah, you have a lot of water down there, and monkeys apparently can't swim except when they can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about
But
that.
we see Rambees or heck Ramby. I really despise Ramby.
Yo.
Meanwhile, Void is throwing his gongs into the arrow barrel. That's sort of super jump, and Void will be taking damage on the cloak, and you will get a lot of vertical height, and you'll be able to glide all over that swamp section.
No
No
G.
G, unfortunate.
Tragic.
That trick is called Swamp Fly, which stays around 6 seconds. Just keeps going to the auto fired barrel there.
Alright, now Glimmers. This is probably one of the hardest levels to optimize in the entire game. It's deceptively difficult, and there's an incredibly high skill ceiling on just how you move your guy around the corners through the water. Like, water movement is so heavily based around, like, momentum. Storing your momentum and, like, having it carry you through where you want to be going next. So anytime you, like, tap a corner, you lose your speed, which throws you off, and you can lose, like, incredibly small amounts of time or, like, pretty meaningful amounts of time, and it just adds up over the course of, like, the couple of minutes that you're in the level. So, Void clearly does not need any explanation because he's kind of killing it, as you'd expect from somebody who's played it as many times as he has.
I mean, the route at Glimmer is pretty much always the same, but it's arguably the hardest level to optimize in the entire game.
Yeah, it's essence of Croctopus and DKC1.
Oh yeah.
I like to say that Glimmer is pretty much a Croctopus chase from DKC1 on steroids.
Yeah. They're both impossible too.
True.
Nice. And Crosby's in Glimmer now. Yeah, April told me when we were calming once that Dixie and Diddy have different collision when it comes to how they hit the boxes. So that also can affect your movement choice.
I actually didn't know that they had different hitbox collision. That's pretty funny. Anyway, Void's setting up a wrong warp over here in Crockhead. Not going even further beyond respectable. I was waiting to see if he'd do it for the fan. Crosby getting hit on the lockjaw there. That guy's kind of a jerk. He's in a really awkward position.
He really
Definitely
is.
the worst lockjaw of that stage, by far.
It's like either that one or that guy right there. Like chilling in his little like nook.
Oh, any Void haps in the chat? Because
Oh.
we're hanging with Ratley.
Notably,
Yeah.
Void's favorite animal, buddy. Void is a huge snake believer. And it shows in his gameplay. Void has
Yes.
some of the best Ratley movement, like,
It's
that
so
the world
true.
has known. It's truly impressive watching him.
It's a work of art, is what it is.
Like, his IL of the unveiled level that features Randy is chef's kiss. It's pretty beautiful.
Chef's kiss. I love that. Also, Snaky Chanty is kind of a fun song too. Let's be real.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the actual level because it's kind of lame, but
I mean,
let's just talk about how good Void is. That'll carry us.
yeah, but keep in mind, Battle is infamous for its horrible hitboxes. That's all you need to know.
Crosby warped
True,
this guy.
so much jank.
Crosby sent got the wrong warp,
He's
and
out of
Void is
there.
in Slime Climb.
Crosby's hanging in there. He also got like 5 fakes. Like, he's doing pretty good.
Now Void is setting up, getting the Beetle Clash, getting Invisible Object, gonna fall down to the bonus to get the Run Warp. Very nice.
On the
Nice.
Brambler. Well, Brambler won anyway. Bramble Blast. Not a lot of tech to be said about, like, shooting your way through the barrels. The only thing is there are these quick shots, which are I never remember if it's 2 or 3 frame window. You could have told me yesterday and I'd forget. But either way, small frame window to shoot out of a barrel before it rotates. They say variable amounts of time depending on how many, like, clicks of the barrel it skips. But gotta go for it, save the frame. Feels really good to hit a lot of them in a row too, so
It really does. It's so satisfying.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's a 3-frame window.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, Crosby! Oh
Not
no!
too wanted right there. That guy controlled him.
Vine flip, boys. Let's
Hell
go.
yeah!
No problem on the left. Oh, that was.
Oh,
That was
that's
that was kind of dirty. That looked like he was gonna bounce on him to me, but
that was robbery. I call that was robbery right there from the
alas.
Crosby screen.
Man, the snake hitbox.
Anyway, Void fighting the worst boss in the game.
Yeah.
He's real long, and he does this. This is what he does. He jumps. He jumps until TNT falls out of the sky, and then you hit him. It's riveting every time.
Yeah, quick hits. You're able to you just position. You count Dixie's breath / oscillation to be able to hit Cudgel as early as possible. But man, most boring boss in the game by far, and it's just such a boring trick to learn. Honestly, it's not one of the first things you learn if you want to do some DKC2 speedrunning.
I've heard it only saves like 2 seconds compared to optimal non-quick hits.
Yeah, optimally it's about 2 seconds.
Crosby setting up the wrong warp. In Slime
It
Climb.
looks really good. Yeah.
That was pretty close, though. I was a little bit afraid that
yeah.
Crosby was actually going to miss the timing.
There's a
throw.
really good
Nailed
setup for it, which is you hit left right as soon as you hit the edge of the screen.
Nice.
Actually, one of the easier wrong warps to do, in my opinion. The harder part is just setting up the super jump to get there. Like, you even get to do a Dixie Clash, which is like twice the frame window as a Diddy Clash.
Almost. If I remember correctly, Diddy Clash is about 6 frames, and Dixie is about 11 frame.
Yeah.
To get
anyway,
it.
Void going for Diddy Hornet.
I know, Diddy Hornet, look at this.
Disregard, not happening.
Oof. Yeah.
Right when I said it, dude. Void can't take the damage boost here because he only has one guy.
Yeah.
Gonna have an improv, a lot more awkward movement there, but we're finessing. Got it under control.
Definitely finessing.
Crosby going for the damage boost skip to avoid the maze there.
Still pretty swag, actually.
Yeah, It's definitely a good backup. It's a lot easier. Oh, Void didn't get the barrel either.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be a little bit interesting.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take his swap at the start of the next stage. And he can't cool swap there, so... Losing a little bit of frames, but nothing disastrous. Anyway,
But
Crosby
going back.
making his
Oh, sorry,
way...
basement.
Oh no, I was just gonna say Crosby making his way through Cudgel using the non-quick hit method on the right.
I was just gonna say that at least on Vine Clip, if you if you failed the big boy, you can actually you have multiple backups you can do, which is you have about 3 or 4 backups you can do, which is actually pretty good. You have
Depending on
damage
if you take
boost,
damage,
with
it's
two
over,
team
though.
throws, and yeah, there's multiple backups you can do. Fortunately, if you fail Vine Clip.
Yeah, it's like as long as you don't like the way you can mess it up where you like get damage on the bramble. That one's the tragedy because they have to take days of shame.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, as long as that doesn't happen, there are a pretty big number of ways you can just kind of finesse your way around.
It's usually if you're around the corner of the brambles, usually that's where you take damage on the brambles. The horizontal brambles, I don't think they have a hitbox, but if you're around the corner, then I think yes, yeah, there's active hitboxes there and you take damage.
Your brambles are so weird.
I know,
They are so
man.
weird.
Like,
They're
like
jank.
if you're a bird, if you're riding a bird, you can like drag your tongs across them at the bottom of the bramble,
Yes.
and you take no damage.
Yes.
But like if you're just a bird, you take damage from them.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
really strange.
Brambles don't make any sense.
True.
I know what you're thinking. Like, well, say no to swag, by the way.
Yes, say no to swag,
Say
please.
I know what
no
you're thinking. Like
to swag.
the Kongs just don't take damage. No, they totally take damage from like bees and stuff. They just don't take damage from brambles when you're on a parrot. They're nonsense. I hate them.
Thank you very much, Pitch, for that comment. It really helps the stream out.
I'm sure it was amazing.
Meanwhile, Void is now on the Bramble Scramble one warp.
Alright, getting the
Okay.
corner with flash there.
No corner. Nice.
Yeah, Void is a non-corner, but Crosby is a little too high to get scrolly scroll there. His web is a little too low. His web is just not in the right position. Unfortunate. We didn't talk about this because I don't know, but that's a scrolly scroll. By mounting Squitter and like the hook at the same time, the camera gets incredibly upset with you, and it just like goes to the right really, really fast, and it takes you with it. So it's a pretty cool trick. The only downside is that if you do it wrong, you can get stuck on the floor and you're soft locked.
Oh no.
You're pushed into a wall. You're unable to get out more specifically, and yep, soft lock.
It's a tragedy.
It sucks. Yeah, it sucks.
It happened to a couple of people in the qualifiers, I remember.
I've seen it happen in other races. That's really disheartening when it happens.
Yeah, Void going through rickety race. It's an auto scroller, but it's actually like you can't sleep on it.
Okay.
Number 2 guy is a demon.
True. Very easy to lose run unsuspectingly to number 2 guy. We've seen it happen a couple of times, I believe.
Yeah. Just the nature of the stage is it's routed so that like you're jumping at times when bouncing the guys is beneficial.
Yeah.
But like if you mess up like one jump and now like the guys aren't where you think they're gonna be, and you can get like true comboed into a pit, and it's
Yes.
a real shame. Anyway, Void,
On the mud hole.
yeah, Mudhole
I love this stage.
it's a very satisfying stage to do well. It's also incredibly difficult. And I think those
Yes.
two things kind of go hand in hand, but
Yes. Well,
And
it's like this section, like this super swag platforming and then a wrong warp. But that area that boy just went through is incredibly dangerous.
yeah, the Eagle Pit.
You have a good amount of safeties you can do in the Eagle Pit, but now Void is on the wrong warp.
Getting it pretty no problem, it looks like.
Should be good. Very nice.
Did he
First
flash?
try. No problem.
Crosby also saying no to swag.
Nice. Say no to
Agreed.
swag.
Because if you're going for swag balloon, you actually have it. There's actually a downside because you can actually take damage and you lose about 3 seconds.
Nice.
Avoid getting the B skip.
Hey, Waffle B skip.
Skip.
Shout outs to Waffle 42, by the way.
Just waffle. Well, that was really close to that cutlass. Kind of scared me.
Oh goodness. Stop giving us heart attacks, Void. Come on.
He rolled exactly deep enough. Anyway, heck, Randy.
Yeah, agreed.
Not going for death jump, respecting the race strats, I think.
I mean, that's about a 4 to 5 frame window, and if you fail it, you die. I mean,
Instantly
that's
die.
why it's literally called dead jump.
It's not the hardest trick in the world, but you just die.
It's very easy to just make you barely miss input and you die. It's pretty annoying.
Void coming up on the king here. Hopefully we don't see any closed eyes.
You never want to sleep with the king.
No napping.
Are you gonna say 2 cycle?
No,
probably not. But who knows? That'd be pretty funny if you see.
Maybe in a race you might do it, but Void doesn't even like try 2 cycle.
I did. I hit the 2 cycle once in a race, and yeah.
Void hit the 2 cycle and unveiled once.
Oh really?
Oh, that's right, he did.
Nice.
Dude, dope.
Like he got a 2 cycle and unveiled before he got it in like vanilla.
Oh goodness. I believe it was in the previous Voidathon during the DKC2 20% race. I actually hit the 2 cycle.
I remember that.
Yeah, I actually hit the 2 cycle. I absolutely lost my mind.
That was actually really cool.
That's fantastic.
Alright, Void on to World 5, Ghostly Grove. This is my favorite level in the game to do fast. You just kinda you hold right and Y and you jump and life is good. It's a pretty straightforward level, but it just feels so smooth to execute. It's truly 10 out of 10.
The level just flows very, very well, and I like to say that World 5 is arguably the best world to speedrun, but I call World 5 like instant dead city because there's a lot of bottomless pits in pretty much every single stages, and it's just very easy to instantly die in World 5 though.
For sure.
Yes.
When are we bringing back the Halloween 10x World 5 race? Used to be an annual tradition. We used to be a society.
Crosby.
Oh, Crosby taking
so
a
Crosby-
mud hole, it looks like.
Yeah, so he landed just a little too far on the edge outside of the cannon and slipped into the marsh.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's an awkward
rough.
jump because you have to
It
not.
is an awkward jump.
You have to not fall in the cannon, but also like not fall in the. Yeah, like that.
Oh no.
Commentator's curse, I guess.
And
Yeah, my bad. Can you still do it off of that?
Yes, you still can. You can still go back, get the cannonball, and it still ends up being faster than doing Warpless, if I remember correctly. But not that much, if I remember.
Okay. Oh, we're going for Dixie Flash. I respect it.
Dixie Glass is pretty free. You lose a little bit of time because you swap to Dixie and then you reswap again to the at the beginning of Remy Rumble. But honestly, much easier and much more. It's a very reliable backup you can do.
Not one part of that looked like it was gonna work, but it did. So like, big respect
Dude,
to
yeah.
Crosby for being like, way smart. He clearly knows what he's doing way more than I. Oh, not getting the big boy. Yeah, he repressed in the wrong window, which it creates this like situation where instead of getting the double jump, you like spike straight down.
But went for the quick DD roll backup. That's cool.
Yeah, he got the good
Yes,
backup. I like that one a lot.
Meanwhile, Void is on 2-Pack's library, by the way.
Oh, Pug's library.
Oh, almost sampled the mixtape.
Fire it up.
Like Drake sampling.
Actually, I think he was good. I think even if you hit that last barrel, I don't think the guy can like hit you before you get through the door.
Hmm.
It's weird. Oh, taking damage trying to roll through those two spinies there. That's a really tight roll. You have to go through the box.
Yeah.
And rolling through boxes in the DKC games is really deceptively technical because roll and box grab are on the same button. So you have to like roll through the guy, release Y as you pass over the barrel, and then repress Y to get your speed.
Yes.
And it's really awkward, but you didn't get to see that because Void just kind of took damage on his guy instead.
Did not go for Gusty wrong warp, and actually thank goodness for that, because that wrong warp is pretty freaking jank and extremely difficult. And you
Yes.
only that wrong warp only saves 5 seconds. So yeah, it's not
Whatever,
necessarily.
man. Whatever. He should have gone for it for the fans. I'm calling him out. Nah, for real though. It's
PCP.
only person I've ever seen go for that in a race is legendary SBD Wolves.
SBD.
Shout outs to him.
Former world
Apparently
record
Panda
holder,
has as well too.
arguably the best level to show off in any speedruns of DKC2, Parachute Panic. Only you're supposed to take the purple Paris to slow down your descent, but runners have the level layout memorized, so it's just gonna fall down to the entire thing. It's all about muscle memory and just all about the reaction as well.
And making sure you bonk your head.
True.
Wait,
Because
making pretty quick work out of that level and going for all of the most aggressive, fastest strats through it too. None of the backups, none of the safe strats.
meanwhile, we got a red guy on the Crosby side.
That guy is annoying.
It's a rather difficult cruncher to dodge properly. It's very easy to just mistime your jump, and yep, you bonk on the guy.
And then sometimes he bonks you into the other guy, and then you just get like passed between them until you die.
Yep,
Real
you get
tragedy.
bounced around like a ragdoll. Yeah.
Oh, Crosby! What?
Oh,
How did he slip off the rope?
I just hope that was not an accidental down input, because if you press down on the ghost ropes, I think you actually
That,
you actually drop down, and yeah.
that was really unfortunate. It looked like he didn't do anything wrong to me, but
I don't think he clipped the rope.
no, he didn't clip it. He touched it. Like he
Yeah,
lost
he
it.
actually.
It just like fell off. It was really
That's
to see,
unfortunate.
actually. I keep saying unfortunate. We gotta come up with a new word.
You need a thesaurus.
This is not what you want to see. There you
Not-
go.
not
Fixed
what
it for you.
wanted to
And meanwhile, Void getting through Webwoods very cleanly, but Webwoods is
Yeah.
pretty notorious. Very hard stage and very easy to start an infinite, and it's hard.
Yeah, shoutouts to the GDQ Warpless race, 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
Where Void and Waffle both got stuck in World 5 for like 10 lives each. Something ridiculous.
The worst.
It was a real fiasco.
Right spawn, nice.
Or-
So we have
or-
Pro 2, another
Yeah.
instance of RNG. Ideally, you want to have middle and or
Whoa,
right
whoa.
spawns.
Crosby got them mixed in.
Oh, are you serious? Oh goodness.
It sometimes it just goes like this. You get the when it rains it pours experience of World 5.
Sub 28 exit out of World 5 for Void. Holy crap! This is
Yeah.
this
Meanwhile,
is a pretty solid pace.
we're gonna.
But we'll leave it at
probably
that.
see Void go for Arctic Zip. I don't remember
Arctic,
the last time I
yeah.
saw him play this stage normally.
But Void is definitely going for Arctic Zip, so let's see how this goes. So what's Arctic Zip? So
First of all, how much time does Arctic Zip save?
I'll let you answer that, Basement. So baiting the lockjaw. Oh, see, it's a little bit issue. Just barely recovered.
How's he?
Dating the lockjaw.
How's this
He's
still
gonna
gonna
swap.
work? I'm mad
Oh
at it.
no!
Okay.
Oh goodness, that's unfortunate.
Wait,
No.
what the?
Oh my
What the heck
goodness.
was that? That was such an awkward. I wasn't sure if he was gonna die or not. He just never did.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
I'm still confused as to why. I thought you would be locked in place after you take a death. That's really strange. Zombie Engard? I don't know.
Zombie Engard over here. Yeah, that was. That looked like Castler, but like with Ungard.
We're gonna see Arctic Abyss played the way it is, the intended way. But
I'm still trying to figure out Zombie Ungard over here.
Right? Well, like it looks like it like took a life and everything, but he kept playing the
Yeah.
game.
It's
Everything's fine.
That's the first
that
time
was
I've
still
ever
pretty
seen that
clean.
happen.
Regardless, that was still a pretty clean
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
non-Arctic zip.
recovery.
Void's
Arctic
actually been
Abyss.
like warmed up in 102, so not surprised.
True.
Pong
Doing
fuse.
the
That's
big
pretty
boy
good.
strat in pretty well also because he played the level
Nice.
without the damage boost. So get to see some pre-zip technology going on the left side here. Void
But
showing that he has forgotten nothing about how we used to do it back in the old days.
Back in the old days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
old days, 2020. Yeah, like literally 1,000 years ago.
Void going for the damage boost in Windy. Fun fact about that damage boost that Void just did. If you are playing specifically on version U 1.0, this damage boost does not work. You will still reach the platform above, but the camera does not scroll up, and you're essentially soft-locked. You have to die from the cutlass on the platform to be able to. You have to die and reset. You have to start from midway again.
Camera, you're actually just finished.
Yeah. It works on Japanese 1.0 just fine and every version of 1.1, but for 1.0 it works only on the Japanese.
The camera will not follow you.
Yep. Now Castler. So yeah, another wrong warp involving the cutlasses. So let's see what happens.
Just real quick, over on the right, Crosby taking the safer strat through PCP, where you take the team up for the game. Oh, didn't bonk his head. The TP knows the backup.
Ooh.
These bees are impossible. I hate them so much. Yep, every time, dude.
I know that's the worst.
Those 4 bees are like
Yeah.
trying to do them like intended route through the level. Riding the parrot is like the hardest thing in the game, I swear.
Yeah, when the speedrun strat is faster, it's faster and easier than the
Easier, yeah.
crash.
Yeah.
Intended the way, yeah. Because the bees hitboxes, they do not stay in place, they actually oscillate, and this definitely influences.
Yeah.
If you definitely can make it very hard.
Crosby getting the headbutt this time, so not having to ride his parrot for the backup strat.
Void throwing his girlfriend.
Yep. Rolling on through. Definitely gonna have enough invincibility to get through red guy.
Yeah, the throwing a girlfriend strat is basically just maximizing the invincibility timer you get to roll
I
through
love
every
that
single
strat.
enemies. Yo,
I
that
love
strat is
that
great.
Too.
I love that section of the level because, like, how often do you get to roll through bees in a donkey game? It's
Right?
Almost
It's just
never.
satisfying. You get to show them what for. Void taking damage, going for the wrong warp. Are the IDs still going to be salvageable?
They should. Yes, you should still be the voice should still be fine with the IDs.
All right. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
There real quick.
Nice. And Crosby and Webb Woods.
And Void in Toxic.
Toxic.
I mean,
This is Void's favorite level.
It is. This snake movement is amazing.
Yeah, this is the like the S plus gameplay compared to the just regular S gameplay right here. This is like truly like this is the really good runner versus the top runner experience. Is watching Void do Toxic.
It's so
I
true.
mean, Void has the best toxic I've ever seen from any single DKC speedrunner.
Crosby falling in the hole in Woodwoods.
Oh boy, let's just hope it doesn't start the infinite on the Crosby side. Oh wait, this might be commentator's curse. Whoops.
Truly,
But we'll see what happens.
Truly showcasing World 5.
Yep, as I said, instant dead city.
It's
There's a lot
1,000
of
ways to die.
I mean, there's a lot of the dead runs and dead monkeys at the bottom of Webwoods.
Yeah.
All right, up in 3. Sick.
Crosby taking kind of a slow. Did he? I think he took damage out of sequence. Couldn't do his damage boost there. Either that or he went for a different setup than I'm familiar with. Did anybody else see the bee just warp there, or was that me?
Nah, that's just you, basement.
Am I seeing things?
Yes.
I thought I saw the bee like skip ahead.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past the bee. You can't really trust bees.
Don't
So.
trust bees. The jump!
Natural route, by the way.
Natural route.
Nice.
Not grabbing the crate too. That's the truly optimal movement.
Let's go.
Not going
Good
for
roll
the
climb.
jump under the bird.
Does
think I've
not
never seen
take
one
halfway. Oh, no
he's
turn back.
confident.
Oh,
He's
god
confident.
damn.
Oh,
Race skip. Let's go.
got the
Clean.
not just race skip. He got the no turn back race skip.
Yep.
Yeah.
The hardest variant.
The extra swag.
Oh.
Strat.
Saved in total around 2 seconds.
Been in the business end of Pro too, also. Really getting the full World 5 experience.
D-ring skip.
Just
Clean B-ring skip. Since Void did not take damage on the B-ring skip, you can go much more aggressive on the ending. You just take the corners much tighter than you would usually do if you would have took damage on the B-ring.
Wait on pretty spicy pace actually.
This is very
Yes.
Oh.
spicy.
That's mid-low 39 right there, guaranteed.
Yes.
I'd say 39, 20 something.
It's a pretty commanding performance. Considering
That-
he didn't get Arc exit.
True. And still get a 39, no problem. What a gamer. Well, that's, I would say 39, 2x? That seems like. Oh,
Oh, no.
oh no. That's
Not getting-
unfortunate.
Not getting his barrel because he didn't kill the bird.
Oh, and
Having
takes
to-
damage on Crow. Ooh, oh
Having to,
goodness.
yeah, actually like see Crow do attacks.
Crow calling all his mini crows.
They're actually mini neckies, but yeah.
This is. It really does. Like when it rains, it pours over here.
Yes. I just feel like that is
Yeah.
the nature of this video game, right?
It's just.
Game is brutal. There's no way around it.
Yeah, this is not the game. Not pulling its punches for Crosby at all.
This DKC2 will not hold its punches. Or record is 34-13, by the way.
DC. Oh,
Forever
Crosby
and ever.
didn't despawn the puffer, so the like lead
Oh,
is still on
no.
his way. Well, I disagree.
That's yep.
Yep.
I disagree.
That's
If that was
DKC2 Vanguard right
DKC1
there.
If that was DKC1 Vanguard, you killed that guy every time.
Yes.
I'm mad, dude.
Sometimes I really hate Vanguard DKC2 for reasons like this, like we just witnessed on Crosby's side. That's yeah. Welcome
Who did he,
to
by the way, for the fans? Oh, the
Who did he?
Nielsen
Let's
delay? Oh,
go.
despawn this- Okay. He got the timing right.
Seen the
Taking
fish,
it
yeah.
real slow there. That was that shell shock right there. The PTSD.
True, Gil.
I know.
Yeah.
I just saw that. Yeah, we
Yeah, the
talked about the
fish is-
snake hitbox, but the fish though.
Fish is really interesting because he's like, his hitbox is always bad, but it's bad in different ways in all 3 games.
Yes.
So it's like, you have to know what to expect, but what to expect changes depending on what game you're playing. Then like in 3, he just kills everything.
DKC3 and guard is pretty OP. The only thing, there's only one thing that can hurt and guard DKC3, but while he's lunging. But other than that, and guard just destroys everything
Yeah,
while
2
lunging.
frames of animation.
The freaking lurchins.
2 frames of animation.
And yep, Void
Nice run.
finishes with
Let's
a
go.
39.
39-29, by the way. It's like
That's
casual
yeah.
mid 39 without Arctic Zip. Even
Yep.
like he went for it and didn't get it, so he lost all the time from the setup. He still pulled down like a 39. That's
It's fantastic.
what can I say? Void is Void's
He's a
incredible.
gamer, a god gamer. I mean,
It's
the
true.
man has put at 10,000 hours to DKC2 to get to the
Yes.
point where he is. So the man put the work to get that good.
Not bad for a novice. Thanks, Cranky.
Yeah, Void. I still
Cranky-
do not understand what happened. I'm so confused as to how it didn't work.
Yeah, the zombie unguard was
Yeah.
it was a real trip right there.
Yeah.
That one kind of threw me for a loop. Crosby moving his way through Windy Well. This level's kind of an auto scroller, like honestly, if you're doing it well. But there's a few things you can do to save time, like the B skip. Crosby not going for it. It's respectable to not, because it's a pretty scary strat, and if you
Yes.
take damage, you mess yourself up for the next level.
Yeah, you have to go back and get a Kong.
So,
Yep.
I definitely respect not going for it, especially in a race. Alright, let's see if you can get Castler.
I believe Crosby.
Saving the animal saves 1 frame. Citation needed. I've heard it saves 1 frame. I've also heard people say it saves 1 frame sometimes.
One donkey unit.
It's like a 50-50. It's not even a donkey unit. It's a 20th of a donkey unit.
Oh goodness.
Cruising his way through Clapper's Cavern.
Clappers is actually a pretty good stage,
I like
but
this stage.
it's a rather
Yeah.
straightforward stage.
Yeah.
Right,
It's,
guy.
I like the movement focus levels a lot. You just roll and move.
This level is pretty much the same as in Warplace. The exact same.
Yeah, there's no huge tricks, just pure execution.
I like that level because after you throw your monkey friend and you get the invincibility, you just pick her right back up
Yeah,
because you
she's
just go
there,
back
she's
across the
fine.
same way. It's pretty great.
Crosby now in CLC, so let's see what happens.
Alright. That looked a little weird, but worked out.
Nice.
Alright,
Still got it first try. That was
World
nice.
6 is going well for him. After
is.
getting the business end of World 5.
Yeah, I mean, World 5 is always rough.
He's getting a little bit of a reprieve from Donkey being a cool and unusual god.
Oh, Crosby going for short hook route. Nice.
Ooh.
I like that.
Nice.
I like that. So
Very nice.
So that's a slightly easy. That's an easier route to do, and it's actually the route I definitely recommend to learn Toxic, because you don't have to do the TDJ that Void, as you saw Void do earlier, usually as you do on the right. But it loses 3 seconds overall. But honestly, it's much easier, and it's definitely the best way to learn this level, in my opinion.
It's
The Juice. Shout out to Juice for the
shout out
routes.
to the Jews.
Yeah, exactly, Gil.
Snake has a lot of like movement technology. We should probably talk about that. With there's short hop double jumps and there's true double jumps, and then on top of that there's the Omega double jump.
Oh, Crosby took damage.
Yeah, he didn't hit the B. Yeah. Are you a believer in that they're nuts or are they eggs?
That's a good debate, but I'm more convinced it's eggs.
I've seen the sprite. The sprite definitely looks like it's eggs, but I'm gonna die with my principles. I'm gonna say that it's a nut. I'm going down with the ship. Crosby saving Donkey.
But
Heading on to Screeches.
Basement, there's a better question to ask.
Uh-oh.
How the hell does Squawk is able to spit out so many of these nuts/eggs? That's the bigger question here.
I don't know, man. Where the hammer bros keep the hammer? I don't know the answers. I just work here.
It's above my pay grade, man.
A bag of infinite holding, I guess. If you could put it that way, or something.
My parrot of holding.
Oh.
Oh wow, that was pretty awkward there. Like he
Oh, that's
instead of rolling off.
that sucks when that
And
happens.
he didn't skip his race, but that's pretty
That's
fun.
okay.
Yeah.
By the
Hammer
way,
alert.
we have actually we have Nay in the chat who I would like to do a special shout out to Nay, because Nay is actually the one who did the if I remember correctly, Nay did the backgrounds
Yeah, they did
did the layouts. So thank you very much for the backgrounds, for the layouts, Nay. Those are actually great layouts for this tournament. So props.
Alright, so trivia.
looks so good.
If Crosby doesn't touch the ground here, he will get a Nice Bramble. He will get a fanfare because he took the barrel route coming out of the tower. Basically, when you touch the goalpost, the game looks at the highest point you were before the last time you touched the ground, or after the last time. So, when you're deciding when it decides whether or not you get a fanfare at the end of that squawk section, it looks at the highest point you were in the entire parrot section, because that's the way that it was coded. It's really peculiar that it works that way, but
What?
you can observe it yourself in Crockhead at the end with like the 2 reads. If you jump really high on the first read and then jump really low on the second one, and then jump onto the goal, you get a fanfare.
That's actually the same thing on Arctic Abyss. If you go too fast, if you go for the non-zip route, you actually have to let the water lower down just enough at when there's the angled target. If you go straight up for the angled target, you trigger the fanfare, because as Basement said, the game will check for the highest point before you touch the ground, if you trigger the fanfare or not. And so what you do at the end of Arctic Abyss, you wait for the water to lower down enough, you get on the platform, you actually crouch slide, and at the moment you hit the ground, you will be pretty much considered grounded, and you can avoid the fanfare that way.
You don't see it in any percent as much, but there's a lot of weird properties with like crouching in water.
True.
Yeah.
It's used in 102, like you get like a high jump in block draw to start, like crouching as the water is rising. And you warp to the top of the water.
Yeah.
Or if you crouch dive into a lava lagoon and let the water turn into lava again, it won't damage you until you enter the swimming state.
Whoa.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird interactions like that.
Yeah, some weird properties with crouch landing, but hey, we used them to our advantage. And also Crosby going for the blue monkeys for the fans.
Blue
Thank you,
monkeys.
Crosby.
Double blue, did he?
Woohoo.
Kool-Aid monkeys.
Yeah.
Blue Diddy looking fresh.
Hell yeah.
That's how you know this is a really race.
Yep. But as you can see, this actually wastes a little bit of time because if you get hit, you do that. K-Rool just waits a little bit longer before actually proceeding to the phase. You lose
But
about
also,
2 to 4 seconds.
You lose time because you swap.
Yeah.
Wait doing an exhibition while we wait for Crosby to finish. Hold up.
An exhibition for
Oh,
Gusty Wrong
snap.
Warp.
Gusty Wrong Warp.
But
What is this new technology?
only saves 5 seconds, but it's such a convoluted and very difficult setup.
It's an absurd trick.
Look at this man.
Oh,
You got
Yeah. And Crosby finishes with a 50.09. Very nice run, Crosby.
That was,
Woohoo, nice run.
That was a really brutal second half of the game for Crosby. There was a lot of
Yeah.
I like to say that the start of the late game, in my opinion, starts at PCP. Because this is where, from PCP onward, this is where pretty much all the hard levels really start to come in.
I mean, respect to him for
Absolutely.
finishing it out. That was
Absolutely.
that really. Oh, goodbye.
Oh, Beetle, why?
All right. Well,
Yeah, but nice runs.
Nice runs, gamers.
thanks for watching, everybody in the chat room.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh yeah,
chat
an interview.
room.
That's a good idea. If Void or Crosby, you just want to come in and have an
Feel
interview.
free to roll in and we'll get the post-race interview.
If you want. You know where to find us.
You know, one of the things I think is one of the many things that I think is so cool about speedrunning is it's not just the tricks, but it's the backups, you know, and when you're in a race, how quickly you adapt to your backups and your awareness.
For sure.
True.
So who discovered the Gusty Wrong Warp?
That's a good
That's a
question.
long. I believe
No.
it was a known thing you could do in the past for some time.
Okay.
One of the donkey historians is probably gonna know more about like the particulars of who discovered it than I would. But I know that SBD did a lot of work last year working on an RTA setup,
Nice.
which is why it's now a thing that people actually think can be done in real runs. Yo, speaking
I was
of Mr. Sir Lord Stream of the First. Hello.
welcome.
Greetings.
Hello. Hello, Gamer
What's
Void.
pop it, gamer?
Hello, gamers.
Crosby.
Gamer Lemons, Gamer Madmark, Gamer Basement, Gamer Sir Lord Restreamer the Second.
How you feeling? Pulling down the casual 39 on your first tournament race.
Hey, you wanna talk about that goofy shit in Arctic?
Yeah, what
though?
the heck
Oh my
was
God.
Yeah,
that?
that was so
What
strange.
happened?
Yeah, so what happened really reminded me of what happens in Castler when you
Yeah.
quote unquote soft lock. And I wonder what the frame window on that is. Like, my guess is like I took damage. Like the second time I took damage when I was in the Engard barrel, it was like really close to when I was about to transform into the fish. So I guess for whatever reason that canceled the death, and that's kind of why I was able to do zombie Arctic or whatever that should be called.
I was
Arctic,
waiting for the
yeah,
camera to
zombie
not-
Arctic is what I called it.
I was
Zombie
waiting
and
for,
Guardian.
like, the camera to not scroll or the water to not move or something like that.
Yeah, but like
None of that happens.
No, yeah, it shouldn't affect that. Like, it does affect the Crusher and Castle Crush, but yeah, for whatever reason, it didn't affect anything in that level. Probably because, like, the triggers are based on different thing.
It's based on a camera positioning for the water movement.
Yeah, from my understanding. But yeah, that was epic. So the question remains: how much time does Arctic Zip save?
You tell me.
Yeah, good question.
But yeah, aside from that, the run was cool. I had like hiccups in, I think it was Hornet. Hornet was kind of bad. I took damage in Gusty. Like, I took damage in Gusty when I was streaming this afternoon, and then I took damage in Gusty again. So like, I'm pissed. Gusty is gonna be practiced tomorrow. It's gonna get a slap on the cheek.
That spiny roll is no joke.
Yeah, that's right. It's tricky straps. And yeah, aside from that, the run was pretty good. We'll do it again. Shout out to Crosby for racing.
Shout out for Jake Crosby for putting up with everything the game had to throw at him too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I had the restream paused, but I was following along in chat, and it felt like every time I was looking at chat, like I could see the capital D colons in the chat, like
Yeah.
signifying that like
Yeah.
Crosby had like some huge
He got the business from the second half of the game.
Oh,
yeah.
God, yeah.
It was unrelenting.
PCP on Ward especially died at the end of PCP because of the unfortunately did not get the headbutt, had to take the intended route, and of course, you know, the dumbass bee hitbox that
Yeah.
with those bees, oh goodness, got
Yeah,
hit by it unfortunately, and of course
the bees
died in
the
Webwoods.
Parrot, impossible.
yeah.
I got you.
By the way, Void, I actually expected you to at least try Gusty Wrong Warp once in this race.
I just did.
Hey, checkmate, idiot.
Checkmate, atheist. I considered it, but I was like, I'm not gonna like jeopardize my attempt at a 38.
Casual 38 for the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and turns out I got cursed by the cursed trick, but that's okay, cause like you don't do Arctic Zip in 1 or 2, so I was, I guess, a little out of practice with that trick. Like I did it like, I don't know, 5 times before the race started, and I was like, it should be fine. But like, I looked at the clip after the fact to see like what exactly happened with like the zombie Arctic and whatever, and like when I entered the barrel with Dixie, I'm like clearly past the barrel. So like,
Yeah.
Dixie's hitbox is like, she has a fat ass. That's all I'm gonna say. She has a fat ass.
Oh my god. Poor Dixie. Poor
Yeah.
Dixie.
Dang.
Come on.
You just
Dixie.
body shamed my girl Dixie.
What do you mean body? That's not shaming.
All right, Boyd.
Not always.
So
So
your
what?
your next winter side race is gonna be against April.
Yeah.
That
April.
that sounds like it's gonna be a pretty good one from where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'd
That's
be a good matchup.
That could be a,
I think
that
it should
might
be.
be
I think it should be hot.
that one might be real competitive. So definitely stay posted for that.
Yeah.
one more thing
I
to
think
do.
we're scheduled to do it Saturday afternoon. Like she messaged me yesterday,
Nice.
and she
Nice.
was asking
Nice.
when I would be available to let me quote her real quick. Let me know when you're free to smoke me round 3.
Oh
I don't
goodness.
know, man. I don't know.
And and a
Oh
stuck
my
out
God.
tongue emoji.
I
after
saw her round 1 race, and she definitely looked
Oh
pretty
goodness.
clean.
He
Yeah,
did
what
have a
did she
good
what did
race.
she have? Like she had a high 40 from what I saw.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's
race
gonna
could
be a
go-
good race.
Yeah, the race could definitely go either way, especially if like, Arctic and Castler end up not cooperating.
That's definitely not a freebie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, on what pace were you before you had those shenanigans happen in Arctic? Well, like still on 38 pace, right?
Oh yeah, like very easily 38 pace. So I still have my splits up. I have a 27:52 World 5, which is 14
Nice.
seconds behind my PB. And PB is 38:13, so I was like on 38:27, 38:28 pace going into World 6.
God damn.
Yeah. I did have now that I remember it, I had a little hiccup in chaining chamber. So like if you count that, but like say I had gotten Arctic Zip, right? But like still made the same mistake in chaining chamber, that was probably gonna be like, I don't know, a 38 3x. Which makes it
Yeah.
pretty cracked for a race, not gonna NGL, but
It's
That
kind of
was pretty damn
casual,
good.
casual 38.
But yeah,
casual 30.
yeah, you took damage on the crow for going for that quick jump, if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like for whatever reason I ended up jumping left instead of jumping right. Because like on the rope, not on the rope because it's not a rope, it's a chain link. But yeah, on the chain I count always 5 jumps before trying to jump on the crook. But like this time I only like did 4 jumps, and for whatever reason like
Oh.
my 5th jump was on the left side. So
Hmm.
yeah, my hand was drunk.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you guys have fun doing commentary? Was it good?
I had fun.
From your
Of course,
Fun.
always
unbiased
fun.
opinions.
Of course, it's always fun to do commentary, especially with a bunch of awesome gamers.
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 All right, what do we got? What do we got next? Yeah, check the race schedule real quick.
Yeah, check.
Oh.
Yeah, you do that. You do that.
Yeah, we got tomorrow coming up at 6 Eastern. We got Hausen versus the Saban. Got Krypton
Woo-hoo.
and Motokong and Cosmic and Upgrod right after
Yo.
that. So
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
Big
we got the nice
races.
double feature on a
Yeah, the
Wednesday.
double feature tomorrow.
Hey.
Should be pretty stacked. Like Void said, we're gonna be seeing his next race on Saturday, presumably. So stay tuned for all sorts of more action on tournament. Plenty of tournaments still to play.
So much tournament.
There's still a lot of
It's almost
gaming
tournament.
remaining. So nice run once
Yo.
again, Void. Nice run,
Yeah.
Crosby.
Nice
Uh,
runs.
thank you, Baseman and Lemons, for commentating alongside me. Can we
Of
give a
course.
big shout outs to Bean for the restream? The absolute legend,
Woohoo.
Bean,
holding it
Bean.
down.
Being
Bean,
your
Uh,
sick.
Bean string.
Being your
Bean,
sick
you're
every
sick.
Bean
week.
sick.
So
Bean, you're sick.
I hope everyone enjoyed the race, but we'll be back tomorrow for more for this round 2 that just begun this week. So stay tuned, gamers. And of course, as we like to say, there's only one thing left before ending a DKC stream. Rolling out.
Pulling out.